a samurai or a warrior monk? What do we know about the life of Setsuna? Of Setsuna. Setsuna. What do we know about the life of Setsuna?
Be careful not to get drunk from the false ways of your own thought. False thinking becomes the phantasms that populate the external landscape. You have replaced your gods with ghostly substitutes when you should have stepped forth into your own freedoms. Once again, you have submitted yourself into chains, more willingly than ever. From gods to jails of social conformity, the truth is so much more than this, and forever shall be. Admit it. You have never been taught to love yourselves. From the beginning, you were thrust into a gaping, wounded world. You were told to be victims, to be suffering for your sins. This was always an upside-down thinking. There are no sins upon you. The only weight is the humiliation you shelter within. If you seek release, raise up your spirit and see the world for what it is. Cut the cord of treachery, break away, and set sail upon the glory waters where you belong. You have been waiting for yourselves all along. Why seek endlessly for explanations? Do not seek to justify the world and to invent things, to justify your lives to yourselves. Why seek to explain the universe when you are still at a loss with yourself? If you wish to consider the rational purpose of the universe and the world, begin by going inwards. Seek first the great irrationality of being endlessly human in a world of continual death and rebirth. Learn to live with that first. Usually in life, people understand two paths. They either express or repress. Expressing is not necessarily worthier than repressing. It all depends on which type of energy is being used. To repress oneself does not have to be negative if it is done with the care of stepping back into oneself, with observation. Do not be caught out by simple black and white polarities. To live within this polarity will only eat away at the spirit, the inner life. Trying to make things join together, which are not meant to be, is like trying to make the eyes see themselves. See how you are besieged by your own misconceptions. Not everything goes in a straight path. Have you not heard of the paradox? Just because there is physical connectivity does not mean you are truly connected. The true connections are the ones you make within yourself. Do not mistake the hunger for the food. Be settled with yourself. There is a place of stillness within you that needs to be nurtured as a retreat. It is not an escape from the world outside. Rather, it is a refuge. In the middle of the chaos, you should be able to be still with calm. To be yourself is not a declaration. It is a state, a place of being. Show others the way by being in this space. Treat yourself as you and as no one else. The ways of the world will try to constrict you. Your reality is a challenge for your freedom. How can you be truly free when you are compelled to fit into the regulations and ways of the world? There is no need to adhere to a fixed system, religion, or creed. Be natural. Be at home with your own nature and discover your own mystery. Enter that internal space where a person may undergo their own transfiguration. Seek your freedom now. The external world is good at creating separation between yourself and spirit. The world without will often try to create a splinter within you. There is a great mystery that lies closer to home. Do not allow the greatest treasures of beauty, spirit, selfhood, and love to become strangers to you. Do not be tempted to barter for the original parts of yourself that the world tells you are scattered against the wind. It is not natural to be stuck in repetition. Repetition is a sign of an unnatural order. Unnatural orders are used to create artificial environments to entrap you. This is a sign of a broken world. A broken world does not wish for too much free human expression. Seek internal freedom. Freedom within must be sought first before external freedom can be gained. Those who seek for power external to themselves are most likely to show vulnerability in times of crisis. Power without is a crutch, not a center. Authority is a role that broken systems abuse. When it manifests as control rather than responsibility, it has deteriorated into a lesser form. The world will entice you to join with it, to accept its artificial ways. To succumb to this only weakens the self. Be aware of the corruption of the world. These are the temptations that strive to keep a person from awakening to their self.
Was he a samurai or a warrior monk? What do we know of the life of Setsuna? What do we know of the life of Setsuna?